So we are here. We have made it to December 2001. It's almost been a whole year since I took over WCW, and we've got this far. And I would say overall it's been a success. We've not been bought out, and we've been making a profit every month of this year. So let's start November's review by having a look at our extreme males. We've got all these birthdays. We don't really look at them. A new promotion has opened. There we go. Good work. Our public image is rising nicely. So the last couple of months, our public image had been falling a little bit, which was concerning. The morale in the locker room was going down, but it started to rise again, which is very positive. We've made quite a lot of money. Our sponsors need to be renewed. I need to remember that. Mad Dog Vacon has 1 month left on his contract. Okay. Scott Hudson. I'll probably just let Scott Hudson go. Van Hammer, 3 months left. Rick Steiner. Mark Jindrak. Bad News Brown. Jim Duggan has announced he'll retire in a month. That will not affect. In fact, I'm quite relieved because it's another star off a wage bill. I've just not had a role for him recently. Teamed up with Lance Storm for a bit, but that sort of fizzled out. New Jack's returned from suspension. The Altar Boys are doing well, so Shark Boy. So that's our male. Now we had. It's not too far back, so let's go to Mayhem 2001, our joint best show along with Fall Brawl in September. So as you can see, we had some very good matches on here, with the exception of Sting beating Shane Douglas. We've got all our title holders here except for women's champ, every other MV and Tyrion champ. Every other title was fought for here. So Jeff Jarrett remains our world champion over Goldberg. And now the plan here originally was to have Goldberg win the title back, but because he's lost overness and Jeff Jarrett's a lot more over at the minute, I had to keep the strap on him. Curt Hennig, Lance Storm. Curt Hennig keeps the US title. Scott Steiner, Mike Awesome. Lash, LeRoux, our Cruiserweight champion. He's feuding with Jamie Noble at the minute. Mamalukes are the new tag champs. They've really gained a lot in overness over the past few weeks. Hugh Morrus is a new TV champ, and he's done a lot of good out of that feud with the Wall. Air Raid and Young Dragons have both rocketed to being 4 of the most over stars in the company, and Sandman and Bam Bam Bigelow put on a pretty good hardcore match. Now, we've got a bit of a concern. We've got our biggest event of the year coming up, and I'll show you the feuds we've got going on. So we've got a load of empty feud slots. We can't finish Totally Buff and Road Warriors until Buff Bagwell returns. He's not returned yet, so I'm just going to leave that here and hope that it can be put on the back burner till Buff returns. Lash, LeRoux, Jamie Noble is still ongoing. That's fine. Goldberg Jarrett is still going despite battles won 14-7. So when that feud ends, Jarrett will remain for world champion. Now, the dilemma I've got is we need a big match going into Starrcade. And I was hoping for like Lance Storm, maybe Curt Hennig would be ready to be promoted to the main event, to main event status. They're not quite ready. If I do that, they're going to be pushed too soon, and it's going to backfire in the long run. It's a shame Dustin Rhodes got injured, and it's a shame Booker T is injured. So there's only one guy left that Jeff Jarrett hasn't faced. And that guy is Hulk Hogan, unfortunately. And the plan is to turn Hulk Hogan heel. I mean, look, if you look at our guys, the only main eventers that aren't injured that we currently have are Jeff Jarrett, Hulk Hogan, and Scott Steiner. We need more main eventers, but we can't rush anyone. Jarrett's already feuded with Steiner, so we've only got Hulk Hogan left. So that's going to be for world title, and I'm going to keep Lance Storm, Curt Hennig around the US scene for a little while. Curt Hennig's a bit more over at the minute, so I'm thinking of putting him in a feud with Scott Steiner. So the writing staff, they've not. Yeah, I changed the cat's gimmick. So one thing I actually discovered is we can actually do Royal Rumbles and Battle Royales. So sometime over the next few episodes, in fact, it's Saturday Showdown. I'm going to have a Battle Royale on this episode. What for, I don't know, but we're just going to see how it goes down. I don't think it would be wise to do a Royal Rumble, really. I mean, we could do one for next month, put it up against WWF. That would be an absolute disaster. We'd probably have to have it another month anyway, and I don't even know if we've got enough wrestlers. But yeah, we're doing well, but for main events, guys, it's really difficult at the minute because we've not got many. Goldberg's an upper mid-carder now. Look, he's only over 81. He was about 97 when I came in. Sting's an upper mid-carder. He's gone down to 78. And the three main eventers you've got, the three most over guys in the company, Scott Steiner, the most over guy out of anyone, but I just don't think it would go down well in feud. He can't feud with Jarrett again because it's too soon. Jarrett's 92, and then there's Hulk Hogan who's 95. So if we put Hulk Hogan as a heel and have Jeff Jarrett feud with him, and of course Hogan's on an open contract, Jarrett will win that feud. So, but we introduced the Cruiser tag titles, which have been a fantastic success. I mean, look at this: Air Paris 88, AJ Styles 87. They're more over than Goldberg and Sting right now. Even Yang and Kaz, they're both 83. They're both above Goldberg and Sting. So there's been a real shift. A lot of these younger stars are really getting over now, but we can't rush any of them. We've got to be cautious. So I'll present my next feuds in the coming weeks. But yeah, Jarrett and Hogan are going to have a slot, and probably get Curt Hennig with Scott Steiner, and hopefully after Curt Hennig and Scott Steiner finish their feud early next year, Jeff Jarrett and Curt Hennig can possibly feud for the world title, and then after that, Lance Storm should enter the picture. Hopefully, that is the plan. So I need to get the sponsors sorted and get back for Showdown, but expect a Battle Royale. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes.